And, you know, the amount of ideas and the quality of ideas that we're getting submitted to the show are really great. The numbers are starting to come up, and we really want to encourage you all to get us your ideas, because we're giving away some pretty cool incentives for submitting ideas that some of the teams might use in the race, right?
That's right. T-shirts, money, hey.
Trips.
All great.
Yeah, and it could all be yours, but what you have to do is share your idea. But you know, as I was looking at the website, I realized that nowhere when we were on the submit an idea page do we say that it has to be a good idea. And so Pete and I kind of decided that for this segment of the show, what we do is share with you some of the ideas that we've worked on in the past. I'm a patented inventor, and you had to go with kind of a wacky idea that actually had some great potential. And so we thought we would share a couple of our ideas just to show you that they don't all have to be great ideas. They just have to be ideas, right? Mm-hmm. So should we start with yours or mine?
It's up to you.
Let's start with mine.
Okay.
It's called the Neat Seat Lifter. It all started when I came home from work one day. Back in the day, my wife Lori used to run daycare. And little boys, when they go to the bathroom, aren't always all that accurate. And I got tired of coming home after a long day at work and having the results of the less than accurate peeing sitting there waiting for me on the toilet seat. I thought, there's got to be a better way. So I went and I fashioned out of a coat hanger this little kind of a letter S, a spring clamp that I could pull apart. And there was a little handle that protruded out the side of it. And I clipped it onto the toilet, and you could actually, with the Neat Seat Lifter, raise and lower the seat with one finger, and you never had to touch the toilet bowl, you never had to touch the seat, and being a lazy guy, I never had to clean up after the less than accurate little boys that were using my facilities. So it went from the wire formation, I did some CAD drawings for it, and went through the entire patenting process. And boy, I tell you, what a pain in the butt that was, getting something patented. I since learned that there's some other great ways to protect IP or intellectual property without actually having to go through the process of patenting. And in future shows, maybe we could talk about the ways that people can do that. But that was my one wacky idea, the Neat Seat Lifter. Got patented and kind of died on the vine when I found out that single cavity molds to pour something like that cost like $8,000 to $10,000, and I was tapped. I'd spent all my money protecting the thing, and I couldn't get it going. So who knows? Maybe I can breathe some life into it further down the road. But what do you think of the idea? Has lifting toilet seats ever been an issue for you?
Maybe I was one of those less than accurate little boys.
Yeah, very well could have been.
It never really bothered me, but then maybe it is a good idea.
Well, I think about the big implications, you know, at like hotels and public facilities, restaurants and stuff like that. I read in research while developing the Neat Seat Lifter that there is a large percentage of people, I was surprised to find this out, that actually in public facilities raise and lower the toilet seat with their foot.
I've done that before.
Mm-hmm. And also a scary large amount of people that don't wash up after they use the facilities. And, you know, as a businessman, you shake hands all day long with people, and sometimes it's better not to think about whether people are washing their hands after going to the bathroom or not. But the Neat Seat Lifter was a way to overcome it. And there you go. I've opened up my kimono, as Peter says, and shared with you one of my ideas. And
I think there should be a seat for every person in the house plus a guest.
There you go.
You can have them all different color-coded.
Yeah, layer them up.
The red one is Peter's. The blue one is...
You know what? That's dumb. That would never work. But if you want me to do a CAD drawing of it, I know how to draw toilet bowls really well in wireframe now. And your idea, speaking of wires, fascinating concept. You were selling them like crazy, and it never really turned into anything big. Tell us about the line drive golf fishing system.
Well, you know, I can't say it didn't turn into something big. I think a lot of people would think that this is big.
Mm-hmm.
as you know, and many people out there know, that I suffer from that disease of being a serial entrepreneur. And in one of my former entrepreneurial incarnations, we came up with the line drive golf fishing system. It started out as a joke. Mm-hmm. We were talking about knocking balls into a particular lake that we were visiting and that we had been visiting, and one thing led to another, and we were saying, well, it's not exactly all that environmentally friendly, and we need to bring those balls back. What would be a way to bring them back? And well, what if a string was attached to those balls? Right. You could pull the ball back on the string. And so we hummed and hawed about that and laughed about it. A couple more beers, and then somebody came up with the brilliant idea of, well, what if it wasn't a string? What if it was a fishing line? Right. And that way you could just bring it back faster. Right. Right. A couple more beers. And then that developed into, well, if you're going to go out with the fishing line and you're going to bring it back, what if a lure was on it? Right. And you could fish on the way back? Right. And this is how masterminding, as of course you and I know, how masterminding works. And so back and forth, one thing led to another, and the joke became a curiosity, right? And so we tried all sorts of different prototypes, just having fun, and we made this golf ball, right, with aircraft cable going through the golf ball. Okay. On one side holding a swivel, on the other side pinched off, so that you could basically put a swivel on the golf ball. Right. You could tee it up. You have the line coming from your fishing rod. An open spool. You have to make sure. Well, I was getting to that. You have to make sure that the bail is open when you hit it. Otherwise, the ball's coming back as fast as it leaves. Yeah. And you found that out the hard way. I've experienced that. When it's coming back with a lure attached, it really, really hurts. Duck. So, the reporters are not quite sure what to make of this. We got, TV cast out there filming us for TV7, and lo and behold, we actually catch one on the way back. First time ever. It was a joke. We didn't think it would work before. And so this thing just took off viral. This is before viral marketing online, but it took off viral. And we had shore trolling clubs opening up in Australia, in California, in Florida, all over the place. And a big demand for them. How many units were you up to? I can't even remember. It was ridiculous. We were making these things by hand, in a basement TV room after work. Right. Everybody got all upset with us when we stopped making them because it just took too much time. We weren't making any money because we were doing it by hand. Right. We couldn't find a way at that time to kind of automate pulling it together. We tried all sorts of prototypes. Couldn't get it to work. Right. So in the end, these handmade ones worked, but they took too much time to put together, so we let it die on the vine. So what if somebody watching right now goes, I could automate that system? Knock yourself out. Somebody will win $10,000 cash. Somebody will win, or an all expenses paid return trip for two from anywhere in the world to Kamloops, British Columbia, with gobs of great prizes to take home with you as well from your visit to the Olympic province. And all you have to do to qualify is get us an idea. If we publish it on the website, your name goes in to win one of those two wonderful prizes. www.racetoamillion.ca. Hit the Submit an Idea tab, which has got the 2 pennies on it. 1,000,000 pennies just for giving us your 2 cents. www.racetoamillion.ca. Get us your idea right now.